Hi guys, and welcome to episode 1 of season 2 of the M&T podcast.
I feel that was way too tame. There should be applause and fireworks, and we're fucking well back.
We are fucking well back. So this episode is all about just a summer recap, Ibiza 2021. It's short and sweet. I think it is anyway. And yeah, we hope you enjoy it.
Yeah,
It's
we
been a
basically
good little
just let you know what we've been up to.
Yeah, a little chit chat.
But we also talk about what the season ahead entails, and that's going to require some stuff from you. So make sure that you listen to what we need from you.
Yes, indeed. Stay to the very end. So yeah, I guess we'll see you in the episode.
We will see you in the episode.
Right,
Are we going to do that? Is that a thing? Is that staying? See you in the episode.
There you go, done.
Okay, all right. We'll see you in the episode.
Hello, Poppet.
Hello, sunshine.
How are you?
I'm all right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 1 of season 2 of the M&T podcast.
Wow.
Fuck all has changed.
How are you doing?
I'm all right. How are you since May 29th, which is when we last spoke?
Was it? Oh yeah. How you been the past 4 months?
I think we'll get into that.
But first, we're having a classic.
Let's
today.
have a beverage. So, Tiff will pour. We're having, for those who can't see on the YouTube, hello.
Say when.
When?
That was a lot of.
We're having an Ibizan classic of vodka Fanta Limon.
Yes, because we hadn't really thought about the drinking aspect.
No, because
Shock.
obviously season 1 was all about rosé, and we kind of broke the rules every now and again. We don't really know what we're going to do this season, but we're definitely going to have a drink, because that's the way that conversations are bearable. Classic, tinny sound.
Oh, this is a Fanta
But yeah,
Lemon
for
Zero.
anyone who's, I don't know, never been to Ibiza before, this is a staple part of the diet.
Because do you really get Fanta Lemon anywhere else?
I don't think you do. You can get is it like the citrus?
Oh yeah, fuck that. What, the
citrus
green one?
Fanta, but you don't get Fanta Limon. Sorry, I've got something floating in my drink.
Nature.
Anyway, cheers and welcome to season 2.
Welcome to season 2.
You drink, I'll keep talking. So forgive us if we're a little rusty. It's been a while since we've sat down and done the pod.
Yeah. Is
but
the sound on?
I mean, who knows?
Did
the
you
camera
charge
could
the
be on.
batteries? Or?
Yeah. So I fully expect there to be plenty of cock-ups along the way.
Yeah.
But here we are. We're back.
We are back. And yeah, it's going to be good. We're not exactly going to commit to we're going to record every single week. If something gets missed, it gets missed, because the format is going to be a little bit different.
Format is different this season. It's going to be like M&T discuss, and we're going to spend every podcast we'll talk about a specific subject in our own special little way.
Yeah, and it could get pretty serious.
It could get
be
deep.
Funny. It could be all over the place, but as always, it's going to be a solid M&T pod.
I hope so.
Did you put sun cream on?
No.
We are sat on our front deck, also known as Crooker's Corner. I'm being blinded by our own disco ball. And yeah, it is a glorious October afternoon.
It is. We thought that we'd record outside because we don't know how long this is going to last. But yeah, it's October 21st. Yesterday and today have been, and I've said it out loud many times, the best weather I've ever experienced in Ibiza, hands down.
It's like perfect weather, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not too hot at all, ever. The mornings are nice. The sunrises have been incredible. And yeah, we've enjoyed it.
I mean, this is it. The temperature's perfect. So it's for those who are watching on YouTube, and if you're not, go over to YouTube and have a look. If not, check out our Instagrams. But it looks like summer, but it's not humid. It's not uncomfortable. It's just perfect at the moment.
Yeah, very, very nice.
And May long may it continue.
Yep.
Someone's had a vodka.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so going back to the vodka, you don't really get Fanta Lemon anywhere else. It is a very Ibiza summer drink. We don't drink Fanta Lemon during the winter, so the first one of the summer is always a delight as well.
Yeah, it's just sort of, I think it's got a lot of nostalgia on this drink. A lot of sort of like Ibiza-based Instagram and Facebook pages will always put up they'll put up a post that's like, tell me a better partnership, and it's a picture of like cheap vodka.
Oh, I
and
love
Fanta
that
lemon.
everyone says name a better duo, and you go tell me a better partnership.
Name a better duo, tell me a better partnership. Is there any fucking difference, or am I just being more articulate?
Ibiza starter pack.
Ibiza starter pack
That's
is always a
good
vodka
one.
and Fanta
Vodka,
lemon.
Fanta lemon.
People say it's the first thing that they go to a shop and pick up.
That is true.
Is
So
it?
yeah, it's going to be very enjoyable.
So we're having that because yes, this season is going to be going through the winter. So if you think about it, last year we started season 1 during lockdown while we were still in Dubai.
Yeah.
And we kind of went through, well, we went through a whole year. We went through 50 something weeks of pod.
Yeah.
But we're starting
episode 50 was the last one, but we had missed a week or two in the year. But so this one is going to be different, and I guess today's theme, as it were, we are just discussing Ibiza Summer 2021.
Yeah, kind of what have we been up to in the last 4 months?
Yeah.
Which was summer. Do you want to summarise your summer?
3-word review of summer.
3-word review of summer.
Oof. Started off slow.
Mine is glad it's over.
Oh, wow.
And that sounds depressing as hell, but I think as we get into discussion of the summer, people understand why maybe I'm excited for the island quietening down and sort of the winter and stuff.
Fair enough. So the last time we left, the last pod was at Pikes. That was our last recording. So yeah, since then, what happened?
Well, we've been to Pikes about 7 or 8 more times.
Yeah, a lot of times.
It's funny, I've bumped into people, and my family obviously message me regularly as well about like what we're up to, and people are like, do you ever actually leave, or is that where you live now? Like, have you moved in? Pikes has definitely been a regular sort of jaunt haunt for us.
I think it's because this summer they did some stuff. Like, they were one of the first to open for nighttime events, because you could be seated and enjoy the DJs and be around the pool and stuff, whereas other clubs and stuff didn't open at that time because they couldn't get around the regulations, and they couldn't set up for the regulations, whereas Pikes was able to do that.
I'm going to say already, I really don't want us to talk too much about COVID and regulations and shit, because it kind of feels like, so it's over a year ago since we started doing a pod, and all that we talked about in season 1 was, oh, well, hopefully this and hopefully that. We're going to talk about how summer happened in spite of the world still being the way that it is.
Yeah.
This pod is going to be a perfect place for people to come to escape, still talking about the big C.
Yes.
Pikes was a perfect place for that because it's like it didn't exist.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good fun. So we left in June. So then I'm trying to work our way back. I should have got my Instagram
I know,
so I could see what I should.
I feel like I need a time hop kind of thing.
Yeah,
what did we get up to? But I didn't really. So I think we can go on this journey together on the pod.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of the big things. We had visitors. We've had plenty of visitors.
Yeah. We didn't have visitors until
July, August?
I have no idea. See, this is why I need my Instagram to scroll backwards.
Yeah. But once visitors started, it's really ramped up. It felt as if it was almost back to back. Now, we've always said that we were looking forward to getting to a point where people could get out here, and actually the first year that we were here, we pretty much didn't see anybody. As soon as we hit being here a year, which we hit our anniversary while we were off air as well. So we're now here for close to 18 months now.
Yeah.
But yeah, once it got to a point where people realised they could travel and they could get here, it did feel as if it wasn't back to back, but it felt a bit back to back.
Yeah, it did, yeah. But it was really good fun having people here, because we obviously got to go and eat out, go on boats, enjoy beach clubs, go to some events and things like that. So I think we could easily start with what was your favourite event of the summer?
Well, I was going to ask, what was your highlight? And actually that's a question that Jade sent through to me. She wanted to know, what was your highlight of the summer? And I'm putting that on you first.
that's really tough. I think, like, the boat days.
Yeah.
I think they were really, really good with friends, and we've been out, 3 times? 4 times
3 or
on
4
a boat.
times, yeah.
And they've just been really good days. They're not like spenny days. It's not like we had this big old yacht and stuff. We have a friend who is part of a, like, what's called a rib club, and we go out on this little boat, and it's just nice, and we take a cool box and like a takeaway.
Yeah, I have. There's a lot of people who comment on our social media and stuff, or who I've spoken to recently. They're like, "Oh, you're absolutely balling it out on the boats," and it's like, it's funny what it looks like compared to what is actually going on. Because as you say, the boat days that have been awesome, we've got those because we have a friend, as you say, who is part of a boat club.
Yeah.
So we're not like renting out these big super yachts
No.
and then going out and absolutely balling it and drinking champagne and stuff like that. I mean, we are drinking champagne, don't get me wrong. But as you say, we're taking a cool box out. But they've been brilliant days, those have. And we've done them pretty much with every group of friends who've come over. Pretty much everyone.
Yeah.
We've sorted out a day and gone out on a boat, which was awesome.
And then secondary to that have been events where very recently you're kind of allowed to dance again and stuff like that. So I very much enjoyed Pikes on Friday for Flash closing, and I enjoyed going to DC10 last Monday.
Yeah, you did. So
did very much.
The nightclubs, you might as well give the update now. The nightclubs they're basically doing an opening party followed immediately by a closing party, right?
Yeah. So this weekend is the big weekend, and then there's a couple more bits next weekend, but that's kind of it, because then it's Halloween and that's over. October has been the month that has jumped out of the woodwork, and no one's really been prepared for it, because they've gone, oh, cool, you can open now. So everyone's kind of scrambled a bit, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's going to carry on being a lot of fun until Halloween, probably.
Yeah. So Tiff did DC10 and is doing Amnesia. I'm not doing it either of those. Well, I didn't do DC10. I wasn't here. And I'm not going to be doing Amnesia. So it's all on you to give the reviews of how the club nights are.
Yeah. So what was your highlight then?
I would say I was going to pick a boat day, but I don't want to copy you. I am going to say, on a side note from a boat day, particular highlight was diving off of a boat and swimming over and touching Esvedra.
Oh yeah, you did.
I touched Esvedra. Again, for people who know Ibiza, you'll know what that means. If you don't know Ibiza, go and Google right now Esvedra. ES space Vedra. The complicated bit, VEDRA. Just go, you'll figure out why it's such a big deal. And I was proper like, I was a bit starstruck and a bit like, oh, I've ticked off a proper bucket list.
Yeah, you had a little
dived off the boat,
tear in your eye.
I did a little bit
because
it was.
Eye, you swam back.
Oh yeah, it was just the saltwater, love, just the saltwater.
Yeah.
But that was a particular highlight. I would say, again, it's also like sort of having friends over and things like that. We've done some good daytime events and stuff, but up there's probably like the night we went to Cova Santa.
Oh, I forgot about Cova Santa.
Cova Santa
was so long ago.
Was pretty much the only at the time was pretty much the only venue in Ibiza that was kind of allowing you to dance and enjoy yourself at a time when we maybe shouldn't have been. There was a bit of freedom, and so it was fun. And the music was good. It was a very
fun night, and we went for Melon Bomb, and it was lots and lots of fun. That was a really good time.
That was a good night.
And then there's so many, obviously I was working at Ibiza Rocks over the summer.
You did 3 months of working at Ibiza Rocks.
And then Fatboy Slim did Ibiza Rocks, and that was a great day.
We saw Fatboy Slim at Pikes, didn't we?
Yeah, again. So the
really
same
small.
as last summer, really.
I mean, if you want to know basically what we've been up to, it's exactly the same. We went to see Fatboy Slim. We spent a lot of time at Pikes. But no, we have done new things as well. We have discovered
new things, which I think has been really good for us, because obviously you're not the only things you knew about Ibiza really was the rocks side of things and where all of these people gone. But now we've discovered so much more on this side of the island, and just in other places that we have been able to do a bunch more stuff. We've hosted a bunch of barbecues, obviously. And yeah, we're just discovering new bits and pieces, aren't we?
Yeah, I mean, I would
out
say
a
a
lot.
big update set again since people last heard from us and stuff is it really does feel like properly like home now. Like, I think because we hit that 1 year anniversary, we've now lived in this place longer than we've lived anywhere else together.
Yeah, in this house, yeah.
Because in the UAE we moved
Every year.
The longest we were in a place over there was a year and just a couple of months and stuff. Like, all of our stuff's here. Friends have been here. They've sort of left their mark, and they've got memories here and stuff. And people now, they don't just sort of, at least those close to us, they don't imagine what it's like or see what it's like on social media. They've been here and they've experienced and they've stayed here, and I think that's what also then makes it feel a lot more like home for us as well.
Yeah.
The hotel behind us got finished.
Yeah, that's been open all summer.
That's been open, so we no longer have
cranes,
and the sound of people digging up roads. And
we do hear their music though.
I know, but that's not so bad.
No, it's nice. I like it.
It's not so bad.
That's good.
So yeah, everything's really properly settled down, and like as you say, you were working over the summer and Ibiza Rocks, but that's finished as well now. So we're
so I'm
now
just back to the one job.
Yeah, we're back to just running your own business. No big deal.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think we've done really well.
We have met podcast listeners.
We have. I'm a little nervous to start listing who we've met in case we miss anyone.
No, we'll just say we met them. You know who you are.
Yeah.
And also, some people might not be
regular
named out.
podcast listeners. Yeah, we have. We've had quite a lot of meetups actually, haven't we? We've had people that have said, "Oh, we're in Ibiza. We might see you," and we've bumped into them in the street.
Yeah.
And we've also had people that are like, "We're going to be here. You should come and join us at this table." And we've gone and said hi and hung out with them for the evening. There's been some great little moments where for such a long time it felt like we were on different planets to our listeners and stuff.
Yeah. Because there was a disconnect there. But now there's like, we actually know what people look like and sound like.
And some of them we talk to on the regular.
What we look like and sound like. So.
Yeah, I still can't get used to people that sort of stop us in the street and go, "You guys M&T?" And you're like, "Yeah, that's us."
Yeah, it's weird.
And then they very quickly realise we're very, very normal and boring.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Because they catch us on our daily walk.
Yeah, exactly.
We've done a lot of walking.
So much walking.
Hikes.
Yeah.
We didn't do so many hikes over the summer, but we're going to ramp that up as we go into the winter.
Yeah, exactly. What else happened this summer? I'm just trying to think back. We did boats. We went to places. A lot of Ibiza Rocks.
Well, Jade
that did
asked
take up
also,
a lot of time.
what's your low light of the summer? Did you have a low point?
Yeah, I guess so.
That was a long pause.
You can get rid of that if you want, but I don't know. That's hard to say, really. Like,
I'd just say the hangovers.
A lot went on.
I would just say the hangovers.
Yeah, hangovers.
The highs of the events and hanging out with friends are very quickly followed by the lows of, oh my God, I'm not 20 anymore, am I?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that. And then I guess at some points it was getting really hard with like a lot of work all together and stuff. So
it's not been on an entire holiday, has it?
No.
I think again that's another thing that people realise when they come out here is because it's a party town. It's Ibiza for crying out loud.
Well, yeah,
like
exactly.
It's a bit crazy, and I think people realise, you actually like live here. Like people see us in the office, you doing your day job and stuff, and like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, because obviously everyone just thinks you're on holiday all summer. Well, that's what people think Instagram highlights, isn't it? So we have actually been working hard.
Very hard. And it's about to ramp up as well.
Yeah, exactly. But the summer's been really, really good. I bet there's so much stuff we've forgotten.
I know, I kind of feel we've got into this pod a little unprepared.
Yeah.
Of like what we've been up to.
Can I just get my phone and look at my Instagram?
Of course you can. We'll take a quick break.
We don't have any sponsors.
Oh yeah. If anybody wants to sponsor season 2 of the M&T podcast, now's your moment, because when we take breaks because we've forgotten what to say, we will put your advert in right here. All right, welcome back. We've just given ourselves a little bit of a reminder of some of the things we've been up to.
Sometimes you have to, because you forget so much. I was just scrolling back on my Instagram and I realised that the first chicken pitta of the season was after the last pod.
Oh, it
so
was.
Ibiza Rocks Bar opened the
How many chicken pittas do you think we've had this summer?
4? I only had like 4. That's not that many. Oh no, I forgot about the ones at work.
Oh, well, exactly.
I've had 4 in Rocks Bar and probably 3 or 4
at the hotel.
Hotel.
Chicken pittas are famous in this part of the world, and we very much enjoyed them. I actually think we did well to not have as many. Again, it's a positive as to why we chose to live on this side of the island.
Yeah.
Because if we lived on that side of the island, I reckon I'd be in the double digits on chicken pittas by now.
Probably.
They're just so good. When does Ibiza Rocks Bar close? We might have to go for a little...
I reckon the end of the month.
Might have to try and sneak a little one in.
Yeah, maybe. That's probably a good idea. Closing pitta.
We'll have to look at the calendar, see if we can fit one
in. You forgot a boat highlight. You went on a sea bob.
I did go on a sea bob. See, this is the things that you forget. So a sea bob, for anyone who doesn't know...
It's just a guy in the sea.
It's like just a Robert who hangs out in the ocean. No, it's like think of it as like a handheld jet ski. Well, okay, you describe it.
No, it's fair enough. I just never heard it described like that.
How would you describe a sea bob?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
It's literally like
just Google it, people.
It's a tiny, tiny jet ski, but you hold it in your 2 hands in front of you.
Yes.
And it just propels you through the water, but it goes underwater as well, so you can dive under, and if you've got a good sort of set of goggles on and stuff, you feel like a real life dolphin.
Yes, that was good.
So
you like that?
ever since I knew that those sorts of things existed, I'm like, I've got to try one. And then on one of the boat days that we went out, the boat had one on, and so when we parked up in one of those sort of crystal clear coves, and he was like, who wants to use the sea bob? I was like, sea bale. Oh, and my Spanish has got really good.
Yeah, obviously.
Since we were last.
I'm just trying to look at what else has been going on. We've been out to a few spots. Do you have a favourite meal of the summer, or a favourite restaurant that you've discovered? Or been to?
My instinct answer is that steak place we went to with the guys.
That was my instinct, but then my second answer was from the Seaboard Boat Day, the paella place.
Okay, so my place was called, what's it called?
Es Carbonara.
I always think that it sounds like carbonara, which
does.
makes you think it's going to be Italian, but it's not. It's a place here in Santa Eulalia called Es Carbonara or something.
Yeah,
Carbonaria.
I'm trying to find it.
Anyway, some friends of ours. Sa Carbonaria.
Ibiza Steakhouse.
Hugely recommend it. It's properly hidden away. Like we didn't really know that it existed, which is rare for Tiflar, who as a hobby just likes to know where you can eat.
Yeah.
But some friends of ours sort of put a little bit of a meal together, and were like, let's go out, let's go for food, and we hadn't heard of this place. Went along, and I swear to God, it's up there as one of the... I'm salivating as I think about it. It's one of the best steaks I've ever had in my life. It was so good. The company was good. We were having red wine, and it was one of those where it was like in a nice little Spanishy courtyard. It felt like you were being cooked out of like somebody's kitchen.
And it was
just
in the back street of Santa Eulalia.
Yeah. It's 10 minutes from here, but you wouldn't find it unless you kind of knew it was there.
Yeah.
And it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
In terms of steak quality.
So then I won't take that one. I will take the paella place that we went to on the boat day, which was called Ses Boques.
Ses Boques. Yes. That was a good boat day and a good meal.
And like, I've never been on like a tender boat before. I've never been picked up from a boat and taken to a restaurant. So I think the whole experience of it was really good.
It felt like the only way to get to that restaurant was by tender, but it wasn't. You can get to it.
But we were on a boat.
But we'd been on a boat, we'd been out for a few hours, and then sort of, as we say, sort of you get to this random part of the island that we're not really familiar with.
No.
And a small little tender comes out, picks you up, takes you over to the beach where you have to sort of climb out. And it was a very fishy place, but this summer I think I've because I don't usually eat seafood up until probably the last year or
that's
so.
your big thing in the summer.
Well, I've now this summer I've eaten, for somebody who up until a year ago really didn't touch it at all. I've eaten
every seafood.
Well, you name it. Sea bass I do like.
You haven't had octopus.
I'm not keen on the octopus yet, but I've done oysters, I've done lobster, crayfish. I'm trying to think what else I've had. Prawns.
Yeah, you've had a lot of stuff.
So I'm getting into my seafood.
You probably would have had mussels in the rice or something like that.
Probably.
Or clams.
Thing is I find if I've been drinking enough, which this summer I have been,
What?
I will quite happily smash a paella, even if it's got the seafood in, as long as someone does all of like picking the heads off for me and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. But that's been good. Yeah, there were 2 good restaurants. I think they've been the best. And there's been other like less fancy restaurants, like we found a good burger places and stuff like that. But I think those 2 are the favourites, which I love.
Definitely.
And then I'm just obviously looking in my history. We also did a quick trip to the mainland recently.
We popped to Barcelona, didn't we?
Yeah, so...
did our residencies come through since we've been last on? Must have done.
No, it was before June we became residents.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I think our residencies came through after.
Do you?
Well, people will quickly tell us if we're right or wrong, but just in case we're wrong, yeah, we became residents. We're now Spanish residents. I think it came through in August.
August, it did. We're residents, guys.
Yeah, probably should have started with that.
Rounds of applause. Crowd goes wild. Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah,
yeah,
we're
because
residents.
it took just over a year.
Yes, that is true.
So yeah, we are Spanish residents. The reason I remembered that is because as Spanish residents, it's very easy for us to travel to mainland Spain for the cheap and sort of get there and get back without really having to...
Yeah, did a good little Barcelona little trip.
Yeah, Barcelona trip, which we will do again.
An hour flight, which is amazing. I wish the airport was easier.
That's the only thing, is talking to other people that we know here, in normal times, trips to mainland Spain, you turn up to the airport like half an hour before your flight.
Well, I think it's because we had a bag.
We still
to
also
take,
had
so
luggage and
next
stuff.
time we'll do no.
But
no whole
ordinarily,
luggage.
you'd have no big luggage, and you wouldn't have to do all the silly tests and sort of security checks and things like that, which do slow things down. But yeah, we popped to Barca for 4 or 5 days, didn't we?
Yeah, that was good.
It was good, and we will do it again.
That was really lovely.
It's a
I
good
want to go
city.
to Mallorca next. So
Mallorca's next. That's an even shorter flight. That's like 20 minutes, half an hour. You can basically swim it.
Exactly. How many tattoos have you had over the summer then, love?
I got a shush and I got something else which I'm not going to share on the pod.
Okay. So you're going to have to message Matt on Instagram.
If you want to know what my other tattoo was that I am not publicly sharing, hit me up on Instagram.
Hit him up on his OnlyFans.
Oh yeah, I've started an OnlyFans.
No.
At MCBennett1. The links are everywhere. Plus, you will follow me anyway. Just hit me up on Instagram and I'll let you know what my other tattoo is. What about you? Did you get any?
Yeah, I got the one on my arm.
Truth, beauty, freedom and love.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. Anything else?
Yeah. One other.
I think Tiflar also got a tattoo that she's not willing to share publicly. So hit her up on the Instagram as well.
Yeah, if you like.
Find out what she got. I also got my nose pierced.
Oh, yeah, shit.
On the YouTube, it's on the other side. So
You've changed.
I'll quickly face this way.
You haven't got your crystal around your neck either.
I'm not currently wearing my crystal. I've basically become full Ibiza hippie.
You have indeed.
I like my nose piercing. Not everyone's a fan, but I don't care.
Fair enough. Who's not a fan? Who said that they're not a fan? Tell me one person who said they're not a fan.
Somebody in Dubai is not a fan.
Oh, I so want to know.
Yeah. But it's okay because I don't care.
Who cares?
I don't.
Exactly.
And unlike a tattoo, if I really don't like it, and I can just remove it.
Do you like it?
I like it.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's all that matters.
So why did you want summer to be over?
I want summer to be over because if I'm honest, I need a break. I just need.
Welcome to an Ibiza summer.
Do you know what the difference I think between Ibiza life and I would say anywhere else I've lived is? You live at polar opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of wildness, I feel.
You're either a hermit or you're
Yeah.
out.
And so it kind of feels, and this is where over the years, because we're going to live here forever, over the years we will get better at finding that happy medium, I'm sure.
Yes, of course.
But it did sort of feel that, like last winter, we were hermits. Like, it was cold, it was damp, there wasn't anything going on. Nowhere was open. We lived in our house, and sometimes we had some friends around and we'd have like a little dinner and sit around a fire.
Yeah.
Like properly hermit. So when summer came around, and you know, we're used to it by now. Like, we're locals by now.
Yeah.
Like, we've been here a while.
We know what we're doing.
We know
don't
what
we?
we're doing. It's not got novelty value anymore. But summer comes around, and places are starting to open, and you're like, I remember what this feels like. I'm going to be honest. I've really enjoyed my summer. I've had a lot of fun.
Yes.
I've said yes to everything.
Yes.
If an opportunity came up, there's a party here, there's an event going on there, I have pretty much gone, yeah, fuck it. I think that's been my phrase of the summer. Fuck it. Like,
Yeah,
I've
fuck
just
it,
gone and
yeah.
done it. And as I've had a lot of fun, and I've really enjoyed it, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I'm not the young whippersnapper I once was, and I just feel as if I just need a rest.
Well, that's fair enough. You get one in the next 10 days. Everything shuts
Literally,
down.
Ibiza closes down.
So we
And-
will be hermiting once again.
Yeah, and I'm just looking forward to the routine that we had last winter was really good. Like, we
Yes.
did a lot of walks. We used the gym a lot
Yeah.
out in the garden, and
We
it's
have a
just going to be
gym?
good. We have a gym in the garden.
Jesus.
I've lost it. I haven't seen it for a while, and when I do eventually find it, we might need to blow off the cobwebs
Yeah, maybe.
and sort of figure out how to use it all again.
Oh,
But
well.
apparently we have a gym in the garden. But I'm looking forward to getting back into that. And before it does get too sort of dark and wet and stuff, there are going to be a lot of bike rides and a lot of hikes and
Yes.
stuff.
Excited
So
for all of that.
I'm just kind of looking forward to that. As much the reason I'm looking forward to summer ending is because how good summer was, and all good things must come to an end, apparently.
Fair enough.
What about you? Are you looking forward to the
I am
summer
looking
ending?
forward to winter, but because I have a couple of club nights left, I am very much looking forward to
You're
this
seeing
weekend.
this weekend as your closing weekend.
Well, it's my
aren't you?
opening and closing weekend, so I'm going to Amnesia closing on Saturday, and then DC10 closing on Monday.
Wowzers.
I'm
And I'm the driver.
And in between, I'm going to Pikes for Sunday roast.
Yes, you are.
So
With my family, so you better be behaving.
I'll be fine.
I know you'll be fine. Literally, the only reason I'm not going is because my
You wouldn't be fine.
hangovers are so bad now. There is no way that I'd be able to do Amnesia night, Pike's Day, DC10 night, and still be able to be conscious enough to talk to my parents who are coming to visit tomorrow.
Ah, well.
So I have to say no.
So yeah, so it'll be fun. We're going to go out on Halloween though, so obviously we will update the pod on where we choose to go.
We will.
But yeah,
I think that's our update, isn't
it's
it?
a good recap, I think, and I'd like to know what other people have enjoyed about their summer. If they managed to get out here, what was their best bit?
Yes.
If you didn't, what was the best bit of the summer at home? Just
Yeah.
your little summer review.
The world changed a lot this summer, didn't it? So what was your highlight? What went
highlights
on?
of summer. So either get us, or are they supposed to get us on the email?
Well, anybody on YouTube can add a comment.
Add a
you
comment.
can just message us somewhere on Instagram if you want. But, and that's a very good point, Tifla,
You're welcome.
you can always email us. What is our email?
The M&T podcast at gmail.com.
Once more?
The M&T podcast at gmail.com.
That is the one. And that is the place also to send us through specific subjects that you think that we should dig into.
Yes.
And on that note, I'm going to tell people what we're doing next week.
Go ahead.
I thought we'd start light
Okay.
and easy.
Yeah.
We are going to do M&T discuss mental health.
Oh, are you joking? Oh,
No, I'm not
shit.
joking. I'm not joking. I think we
Okay.
should. I think it's a big thing, and I know that we've got plenty to talk about when it comes to mental health.
We might have to do that, like, not in the heat. I might
Yeah.
have to sit inside.
We'll
and
have to
talk
sit
about that,
inside, and we
maybe.
might have to do it over a cup of tea.
Yeah, come to it's a biscuit.
But-
So if anyone has anything to say about it, or some points that they'd like to add, or discussion points about mental health, then please let us know. Like Matt said, we do have a lot to talk about,
I'd
but
like
I think
to
we'd
think-
like to hear some outside opinions too.
Yeah, and I'd like to think that nothing's off the table. So if you want to ask us a particular question, anything at all about...
We will be honest as
We
well.
will always be honest. So our pods, as you said right at the beginning, they could get quite
I'm
deep.
probably going to cry.
If there is no crying
We haven't talked
in our
about mental
then
health.
we haven't gone deep enough.
Shit.
If you're not crying, you're not trying.
Can we not do it after, like, make sure it's a few days after DC10 and stuff?
Yeah, so that you can
Is
be
that
human
okay?
again.
Can I be
yeah.
human again?
But yeah, next week or the next pod will
Yeah.
be M&T discuss mental health. And I, as Tiff has already said, I would love to hear your questions, your thoughts, anything you want. Send those through to our email, Sorry, you have to do the jingle,
Wowzers,
clearly.
the M&T podcast at gmail.com.
Yeah, and nothing's off the table, so send them through. We'll keep them
Interesting.
anonymous if we have to,
Yeah,
if you'd
yeah.
like us to. Not a problem at all. And I look
Wow.
forward to digging into that one with you.
I am looking forward to that because that is a great conversation.
Yes.
Good shouts. Okay.
All right.
Well, I guess then we'll see you next time.
We shall.
All right then.
Bye! Oh, we're definitely